there, Haley and Jonathan. Hope you're all doing well today. This is your video lesson. There are 4 things I want to go over, and if you have any questions at the end, as usual, feel free to shoot me over a message if you want me to look at anything. Let's go down the list. So first thing are the slurs. So I know she's been working on, or Haley, you've been working on the, so the 2 on the A, and then, sorry, my tone's terrible. I lost a nail, so I'm kind of making do. So you have 2, snapping sound, and then hammer back, and they get that click sound. So remember when you do that pull off, the finger runs into the string below and kind of snap and kind of rebounds off of it, or uses it almost like a trampoline and pops off. So one more time, real close. I know we've kind of talked about this, but just to review. So play, hit that string, bounce off, and then back up again. So hit, pull down, snap, and then back on. So I want you to do that with the index in the middle, in the middle finger. Right. Notice my first finger here is kind of on its side. So if I push down, you'll see I'm kind of pressing on the thumb side of the index finger, and that goes for all the frets, or sorry, all the strings on fret 1. So don't try to shoehorn it like this by coming straight down. The fingers are kind of turned a little bit. Next thing I want Haley to do is try that with fingers 2 and 3, so the middle and the ring finger. Same story is that pull, or sorry, the pull off. You kind of bump into that string below and you kind of trampoline off of it and then back up again. Like that right there. See, I bounced off of it and popped back up. So I don't do like that. I don't like cluck through or anything like that, but bounce off it and then hammer back. So the same story with the hammer, you're listening to that clicking sound. All right, so I practice your slurs for 3, 2, 3. So 2, 1, 2, and then 3, 2, 3, and then for the pinky, tall pinky, turn to the pinky side of the hand, right? And I just want you to practice doing the pull off and just running into that string below. Don't bother doing the 4, 3, 4 yet. Just worry about getting the pinky snapped, right? So work on that for me. Next thing are brush strokes. Well, we've been doing those for a long time, and the reason why I've been working for so long and is coming up pretty soon. So the piece after Andante is the Andantino, which is basically the Andantino from the first book, just with the second note added. So they're playing as chords now, and so just keep practicing those brush strokes. And so mine are gonna sound even just because I lost that nail. So like I have a nail on my middle finger, but not here, so everything's uneven sounding, but I'm gonna try my best. Is straight back. So no dancing fingers or anything like that. Fingers here, straight back in the palm. One thing you can do, it might be kind of funny, is say if I draw a little dot right here on my thumb, or sorry, here on my index finger. When I was studying with Mr. David, we would call it feed the elephant. So that finger would shoot back like this, and if you draw a dot there, you got the tusk right here, and you got the trunk. And so if you look at it from this angle, it kind of looks like an elephant. So let's see if we can, yeah. Oh, use your imagination. So there's the tusk, and there's the trunk, and then the eye is right there. So you can draw a dot on her finger right there, and then you just go feed the elephant. So it's straight back, and the food would go right back into its mouth right there. All right, so practice that for me. And then the big question that you both had for me was the bass line for the B section for the Carcassi Andante. And this is, there's 2 ways of going about this. I'll show you both. One is whenever the melody note is an A, you play the bass note A. Whenever it's not, you play the E. What I mean by that, if you look at the melody, the first bass note you hit is an A. And then the first melody note is this, A. So that would tell me, okay, we're playing an A chord, so I need to play an E there, play an A there. And then the melody note here is a B, not an A, so therefore I'm going to play E. So like whenever it's not an E, or sorry, whenever it's not an A, you play an E. I would probably write that down. It takes me back to my orchestration class when I was learning how to, so some instruments don't read in they've written transposing. They're transposing instruments. I always forget like a B flat clarinet. When they see a B flat, they play a C. It sounds as a C, but they're reading a B flat. It's confusing. Anyway, off topic. So we have the first one note here, A. So that means I'm going to play an A. It's the B, so I'm going to play an E. And then, my next melody note's an E, so I'm going to play an E. And then my next melody note's an A, so that means I play an A. Right? So that's the way I would do that there. Other way you can do it is with the chords. And Jonathan, I just messaged you a few minutes ago to ask if I couldn't remember if I taught Haley the chords or not. But you can use the chord changes to determine the bass note. So if you're playing an E chord, you're obviously going to play an E bass note. If you play an A chord, you're obviously going to play an A bass note. So we have our first melody line right here. So pick up. And our first full measure right here is E to bum. So ba da dee da be da dum ba dee da 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 A. Then I go back to an E chord followed by A ba da 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 da, and then back to the original part. So we can use this chord change to determine which one's which. So the first one you just have to remember it's A, right? So E chord, so I'm hitting, this one's an A, so I'm gonna hit the A bass note, and then the next chord change is gonna go back to E. And bum ba dum. Right, so what you do first is you strum the chords, ba da da. Jonathan, I knew you sing, so you can sing the melody. So ba da dee da dum, ba da 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 da. And then you play A bass notes there, and ba da be da dum, ba dee da 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 dum, and then on to the next part of the song. So the chord change would be E 2 3 4 A. 2 3 4 E 2 3 4 A 2 3. See, chords are useful in Suzuki. So nice. So work on those 4 things for me. Like I said, if you have any questions about that or want me to explain anything in more detail, feel free to shoot a message over, and I will see you both same time next time. Bye.